Okay, good morning, everyone. We are here today to we are here today to go over the new features we're going to be seeing in the upcoming release of FasTrax POS retail software. So let's just dive right in, shall we? First, I'm going to take us to our system discounts. You'll see quite a few changes over in here. First one is you'll notice there's this new item filter type drop down. Ordinarily, previously it was always just filtering by items. You'd have to add items individually to each system discount. Now with this drop down, you can choose to have a discount run with all items, or you can have it run by department or by major category. And this saves you a lot of time with adding individual items. You can just pick the right category or subcategory, what have you, to choose what to filter your system discounts by. Additionally, you'll see under the discount type, we have a new option here. This is buy X, get Y% off. And what that is, the way you will set that up is you'll set it up as buy 3, and you can say get 50% off of 1. And what that'll do is when you buy that fourth one, you'll get 50% off just that fourth one. This is similar to the percent off each item, but with the percent off each item, that percentage is spread out across that percentage comes off of each item rather than being off just the last one. So this way it'll just discount the last one, or actually it discounts the least expensive one. So there's that. Next thing you'll see under when we check require loyalty, there's a customer daily limit we can set now. So each loyalty customer can only redeem this a specified number of times per day. This is useful for those of you who have RJR or Philip Morris sponsored loyalty discounts. Those are, I believe the RJR ones are starting next year, and the Philip Morris ones are either starting now or will be starting early next year with having a limit of how many times they can be redeemed per customer per day. So with this limit in place, you'll be able to enforce that. That means you'll be able to get your money from them. Next up, we have this inventory clearance box. We can check this on a system discount. You'll note that grays out the item filter type, and it locks it into items. So with inventory clearance, you're going to be putting things in here that you're going to be discontinuing. And when this sends down to the store, the item will only remain in the discount until the inventory levels of that item reach 0, at which point it'll be removed. And then if the item comes back in later, it won't be on the discount. And last but not least, on our system discounts, we have the apply tax checkbox. For those of you, again, running RJR or Philip Morris sponsored discounts, in some states you are required to charge tax on the full purchase price of the item before the discount because it's manufacturer funded, and this checkbox will allow you to do just that. So you'll just check this on any of your discounts that are Philip Morris or RJR funded, and that will give you that will tax the full sale price before discount. That is about it for the system discounts portion. So I'm going to move right along here into enhanced loyalty. There's quite a few new things in enhanced loyalty. And we'll just kind of go through each and every one in turn. So one of the first things you'll notice here, you'll see that there's a logo on the coupon. So that's a new feature we can add from any PNG file. You can add that, and it'll print on top of your coupon. We also have a % off coupon type, which is now available. Previously, we only had the $1 off in the free item. Now you have the % off option. And there's also a preview option for the coupon, which let me get another coupon and preview. There you go. So when you click preview on the coupon, you'll see whatever it's going to look like for the customers when it prints out at the register. That'll give you some idea of what you're giving to people before you actually start or activate the campaign. We also have new campaign types for ads, and what that will do is that prints out a coupon, well, quote unquote coupon, that just has information on it for the customer, so it can tell them about any upcoming promotions or upcoming loyalty campaigns or what have you. This gives you the ability to keep your customers informed with when they come in for these sales. Additionally, there are a few new reports in Enhanced Loyalty. We have the loyalty points earned, which gives us the number of points earned by customers across whatever date range. That gives you a good idea of how many people are coming in and taking advantage of your campaigns. Additionally, we have the customer campaign balance report, and that shows current balances for customers in any given campaign. We can print that out. We can see all of the people that have balances in my test campaigns here. That loyalty points earned report gives us nothing because we don't have any points earned in the past day. Additionally, we can come over here to our customers, and we have the ability to delete unused coupons from the customer's account. So if for some reason they were awarded a coupon in error, or if their coupon for some reason couldn't work at the time of the sale, your internet was down or some such, you can remove that from them to keep them honest, so to speak. And the last thing we'll be going through in the Enhanced Loyalty part of Director is our Analysis tab, where we have two new sections. We have Loyalty Customer Demographics and Loyalty Customer Sales Demographics. Our Loyalty Customer Demographics just shows exactly what it sounds like. It shows, it breaks down your customers by age, and then, of course, by gender over here on the right, male, female, and unknown. A lot of your customers may not have any gender data in the system as yet, but you can add that as they come in. The other is the loyalty customer, loyalty customer sales demographics, which shows ages breaks down the sales by demographic age and gender, of course. And that is about all we've got for the enhanced loyalty side. We do have a couple of new options up here, and that's updates. I wanted to show you guys as well. As soon as mass updates finish, there we go. Okay. So under store updating, we've got a couple of new options here. First off, you'll notice there's a pricing option. Previously, pricing was lumped in with PLUs and aliases. We split that out by customer request, because sometimes you just need to send down your pricing. You don't need to resend down your descriptions and departments and what have you. That doesn't necessarily change as much. So that allows you to do that. Additionally, for system discounts, we have the option to send discount headers only. So if all you did was change dates on a few discounts or rearrange your priorities, you can send down just the headers and not have to bother with queuing all the items that are in those discounts. Additionally, under campaign here, you'll see, and this is actually true for the enhanced loyalty. This is just enhanced loyalty. You'll see when we have the option to pick this, we can add items as either a filter item or as a coupon item, which means that the coupons are filtered by items, which none of mine appear to be right now. If they are filtered by an items whitelist, you can add items en masse to that rather than having to add them one at a time. Next up, I'm going to go a little bit into some of the PLS settings. Okay. So we'll hit the credit card settings first here. You'll see there's this new checkbox for apply credit card fee. If you have a policy to charge your customers a certain amount, be it a flat amount of, say, $1, $1.50 for using credit cards over cash, or a percentage of the transaction, you can set that up in here. You just come in here, you check this box, you choose whether it's a flat fee or percentage, you put in the amount, and then you add a department number. And the department number is the department that the fee gets logged to, so you can run a sales report of that department and find out exactly how much you've been pulling off these credit card fees. Additionally, we have this new option for do not show manual entry button on credit card auth. That gives you the ability to disable people's ability to run manual credit cards. It means that they have to either swipe or insert their card in order to get any sales run. We also have require a manager override for manual entry amounts greater than, say, $200. So if you have anyone coming in with a large bill and you don't want to allow them to manually put in their credit card number because you rightly fear that the credit card may be stolen, you can require them to get manager approval for that. So when that happens, they try to hit manual, it'll bring up a login screen, so the manager has to enter their login credentials in order to continue with the transaction. Next up, under sorry, bear with me for just a moment. We also have an option here for not printing the signature line on the first credit card receipt. All right. These are our credit card settings. Under our register settings, we have a few new things as well. First off, you'll note that there's the update store info link. This allows you to put in store names, your store name and address for each store, as well as their phone number, fax number, whatever other information you may need to change. We also have this setting down here for auto Z register, and what this will do is if you get to, let's say, I'm going to set my register to auto Z between 10 and midnight. So that means that once it hits 10 o'clock, while the POS is up, it'll check every 10 minutes. And if I have a Z up that has sales on it that hasn't been closed out, it'll go ahead and automatically Z as long as we're between those 2 hours. So this helps you kind of keep your paperwork straight if you have people who forget to Z out at night and then they Z out the next morning. So now the Z has the next day's date on it. This helps you kind of prevent that and work around it a bit. Additionally, we have some new, we previously had prompt for notes on no sale, which we of course still have. But we also have the ability to prompt for notes on cancel and voids as well. So that the cashier will be prompted to tell why they're canceling the sale or why they're voiding. We also have a new feature called use return forms. And this has subroutes in both Director and POS. And I'll show you real quick what that looks like in POS. So if I come in here and I say item return, you'll notice the first thing it does is it has me look up a customer. So I come in here, by default it looks up my license number. Now it's worth noting this list of customers is actually completely separate from your loyalty customers. It's not going to be the same list of customers, so you'll have to add people individually as they do returns. Then this allows us to just kind of track who's returning, how often people are returning. That way if you have one person who's returning, 10 things a week, you might know that there's some kind of fraud or something going on there. So we can either add a new customer with a new button, or we can just select an existing one. And you'll see that there are some customers you can mark them to not accept returns, which is exactly what just happened here. I tried to select a customer that we weren't allowed to accept returns from. So if we try this again and select someone who's valid, then it asks us for notes, so we can say returned because the item was damaged. Hit OK. And from there on, it works basically just the same way that returns always have normally, where you either enter the receipt number, you can scan the receipt number, or you can scan the item or manually enter the item. I'm going to cancel out of that for now and go back into return forms and Director. We'll find this under the maintenance section of Director. We can go over and hit return forms. You'll see here's a list of our customers, and you'll see a list of transactions as well for people who have had returns. So this is where you can go in, you can view the customer, you can deny them returns. You can also see transaction history by customer in this window as well. So this is really great for being able to track who's returning and how much they're returning. And it is about the end of our return forms. I do want to hit, and I should have hit this earlier when I was in Director, but I do want to talk about disclaimers. This is a new feature as well. You can come in here to, this is under maintenance, and under disclaimers, you can come in and create a new disclaimer and say, all sales final, or such. Save that. When you go back over to your departments, you can choose a disclaimer to print out with each department. So if you have, say, a department full of glass pipes, you can put a disclaimer on there that all sales are as is, and returns for damaged glass pipes are not taken, or something to that effect. You assign that to your glass pipes department, and then every time you sell a glass pipe, that disclaimer will print out on the sales receipt. Okay, additionally, a couple other things I wanted to go over. And this is another thing that's both POS and Director related. Is we have a new feature for grandfathered age verification. Some of you actually have this already. If it was put in place by your state back in July, say. So what this is for is if they raise the tobacco, the minimum sales age for tobacco to 21, and people are allowed to continue to buy tobacco if they were already 18 before the law went into effect, before the increase went into effect. Then you can set that up here. You just check this box for use grandfather rule, And then you have a grandfather age, the age people, the previous max age for people, and the date that they have to have been that age by. So in this case, you had to be 18 by the 1st of July 2018 in order to buy tobacco. Otherwise, it'll enforce a sales age of 21. Okay, let me just see what else we've got here. Up in commissions. So for commissions, we added this only show active checkbox, which is fairly minor. But main thing we did here is a couple of things actually. Under filter type, you'll see we have items. This is the same dropdown we saw in system discounts a moment ago. So you can be giving people commissions on all items, on a certain specific list of items, or items by department, major category, or on and on down, all of that lovely tree information. Additionally, over here on the right pane, you'll see that there's now a stores filter over here on commission, so you can specify that only people at store 1 get a commission, or only people at store 3, or what have you. All right, that is about all I've got for today, ladies and gentlemen. There are a few other things we didn't quite get time to go over, but those are covered in the on the goftx.com website, as well as in the newsletter that you guys received via email yesterday afternoon. So I appreciate you all coming, and you'll have a great day.